also dream of reaching your ripe old age and wonder whether or not the odds are on your side? Hey there! In today's video, we will be sharing with you 12 signs that you'll live until 100. But before we continue, it will be much appreciated if you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be updated whenever we upload new videos. And now, without further ado, let's proceed. 1. You watch what you eat. According to one study, men and women who limit their caloric intake to 1,400 to 2,000 calories per day, which is roughly 25% less than what the average person consumes, or who are literally young at heart, have heart functions that are 15 years younger. Dr. Luigi Fontana, the study's author, stated that it's not just about eating less, but also about getting the most nutrition per calorie. The participants in the study ate whole grains, vegetables, fat-free milk, and lean meat while avoiding white bread, soda, and candy. 2. You love tea. Green and black teas contain a high concentration of catechins, which help relax constricted blood vessels and protect your heart. A study of over 40,500 Japanese men and women found that those who drank 5 or more cups of green tea daily had a lower risk of dying from stroke and heart disease. Similarly, studies involving black tea yielded similar results. In real life, you only need 1 or 2 cups of tea each day to start doing your heart good. Just make sure it's a fresh brew and not one from the beverage section of the supermarket. Ready-to-drink teas do not provide the same health benefits. 3. You eat purple food. Polyphenols, which are compounds that minimize the risk of cardiovascular disease and can even help defend against Alzheimer's disease, give blueberries, Concord grapes, and red wine their deep, rich color. Polyphenols also aid in the health and flexibility of arteries and blood vessels. According to Robert Kerkorian, director of the University of Cincinnati's Cognitive Disorders Center, whatever is good for your coronary arteries is also good for your brain's blood vessels. 4. You don't like red meat. As per the American Institute for Cancer Research, eating more than 18 ounces of red meat per week increases your risk of colorectal cancer, which is the 3rd most common type of cancer. The risk of developing colorectal cancer rises by 42% for every 3.5 ounce serving of processed meat consumed in a day, which includes bacon, hot dogs, and deli meats. Carcinogens are believed to form when meat is smoked, grilled, or when certain preservatives, such as nitrates, are added. You can have the occasional hot dog at a baseball game, but don't make it a habit, per a nutrition advisor at the American Institute for Cancer Research. When you do decide to grill red meat, marinate it first. Keep the pieces small and grill it frequently to help prevent carcinogens from forming. 5. You like to go out for a run. Scientists in California discovered that middle-aged people who ran for at least 5 hours a week lived longer and functioned better physically and cognitively as they aged. The researchers studied runners and non-runners for 21 years. What surprised researchers were that runners not only had a lower risk of heart disease, but they also had fewer cases of cancer, neurologic diseases, and infections. Eliza Chakravarthy, the study's author, went on to state that aerobic exercise keeps the immune system youthful. Even if you don't enjoy running, even 20 minutes of activity per day that leaves you breathless can improve your health. 6. You look on the bright side. Regardless of where you go or who you ask, all centenarians have one thing in common. They are all optimists. The 100 years old are distinguished from the 80 to 90-year-olds by their pronounced will to live and trust in their own abilities. As a result, optimism triumphs over pessimism. There is some truth to the adage that age is just a number. What matters as you get older is how old you feel rather than how old you are. 7. You get enough sleep. Harvard conducted a study on the residents of the small Greek island of Ikaria, which has a high population of people who live to be 100. They discovered that taking afternoon naps is a part of their culture, and that this is most likely why they continue living for so long. Studies indicate that those who take half-hour naps during the day are 37% less likely to die from heart disease than those who do not. According to a United Healthcare survey, centenarians prioritize sleep, with approximately 79% of them sleeping 8 or more hours per night on a regular basis. Sleep is critical for healthy aging. The reason for this is that your body has the opportunity to work on vital functions, while your cells and tissues recover from the stresses of daily life. Obesity, diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, and a weakened immune system have all been linked to a lack of sleep, according to research. 8. You have a lot of friends. Sharing one's joys with others is one of life's greatest pleasures. It is true that some people prefer social interaction over others. According to studies, social butterflies tend to live longer, and not just Facebook friends. A review of 70 studies with more than 3.4 million participants found that people who are socially isolated are at a 29% higher risk of dying early, and those who feel lonely despite having friends are at a 26% higher risk. Stop thinking about spending time with your friends is debatable, but brunch with your friends and road trips with besties are exactly what the doctor ordered. 9. You're a woman. Even though exercise, healthy eating, and a positive attitude toward life are all important factors in achieving a long life, it's no secret that women live longer lives than men, almost all across the planet. These statistics are primarily the fault of men. They smoke, drink a lot, don't eat enough vegetables, take more risks, and don't go to the doctor as often. Furthermore, men do not take as much care of others as women do and have a difficult time sustaining social contact. Women are thus proof that lifestyle has a significant influence on age. 10. You had kids later in life. People no longer have children in their early 20s. Nowadays, science says it's perfectly fine to prioritize your career for a period of time. Many 100-year-old women have a history of having children after the age of 35. A recent study also found that women who had children after the age of 40 without the use of fertility treatments quadrupled their chances of living to be 100. It's not that becoming a mother later in life makes you live longer. Rather, it's a sign that a woman's reproductive system is aging slowly and that the rest of her body is likely to follow suit. 11. Your grandparents lived until a ripe old age. If your grandparents lived well into their golden years, you have a good chance of living a long time as well. According to a study published in the journal Science, healthy aging is linked to 2 factors: environment and genetics. The original study included 1,055 centenarians and 1,267 healthy controls, and it was discovered that they could predict a long life with an accuracy of nearly 60 to 85%. Evidently, genetic markers and variants influence longevity, regardless of the environment. The study does not specifically state whether these genes can be passed down, but it does support the concept that if your grandparents lived a long time, you may as well. 12. You're spiritual. According to a 2011 study published in the Journal of Religion and Health, researchers looked at more than 92,000 women, including smokers, drinkers, and women who exercise and those who didn't, regardless of unhealthy or healthy habits, and found that people who attended one religious service per week were less likely to be depressed than those who did not. Because depression can shorten one's life, such attendance may be beneficial. One is a smoker and lives forever, while the other lives the healthiest of lifestyles and dies at a young age. So how do you put this into words? Scientists research and study, however, do not guarantee that you will live a long life. Other important factors such as genetics and other influences are at work. But the statistics show that if you want to live a long and happy life, you must have a positive attitude toward yourself and the rest of the world. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you have gained some usable wisdom out of this video. And if you did, subscribe now and hit the notification bell so you'll be updated on our latest uploads. See you in the next one.